Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So there's a whole bunch of Korra stuff happening right now. They just posted a new trailer, episodes are going to start airing next week, and they're streaming everything from books 1 and 2 on Nick's website right now. I also wanted to announce that I'm going to be doing a weekly Korra giveaway during the season, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll explain how it's going to work at the end of this video. Right now to the important stuff, Book 3 premiere date. Nick is dropping those first 3 episodes Friday, June 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Normally, episodes will air at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, so just adjust based on which time zone you live in. The first 2 episodes are called A Breath of Fresh Air, as in Airbenders, and Rebirth of a Nation, as in Rebirth of the Air Nation. That second episode is going to explain why there are so many new Airbenders popping up everywhere. Hint hint, harmonic convergence. Episode 3 is going to air right after that, so it's basically 3 new episodes at once. The third episode is called The Earth Queen. She's the daughter of the Earth King from Last Airbender, and her name is Hu Ting, as in who is the new Earth Queen. She's not super nice and was heavily featured in those leaked episodes, so please be careful if you want to talk about her in the comments. Just use spoiler tags if you did see those episodes. Here's some weirdness though. As awesome as getting all 3 episodes at once is, there will be no new episode the week after that. So they're doing 3 episodes next week, then no episode 4th of July weekend. It's an American holiday for any international people saying WTF. And then episode 4 is going to air July 11th. So second big order of business, Nick is streaming all the episodes from book 1 and 2 on their website, nick.com. So you can totally catch up if you skipped either one of those, but it's a good opportunity to jump on if you want to learn about Korra before book 3. If you've never watched the series before, it's some of the best Western anime that you will ever watch, and it's going to be really fun this summer, so be sure to check it out. There's only going to be 13 episodes in book 3, and they're each only a half hour long, so it's a very low time commitment. It's going to be a Friday night show, but you can totally DVR it and make it a Saturday morning cartoon show. All the videos that I'm going to be making for each episode will post a couple hours after each episode airs, so you can watch those Friday nights. But now here's a breakdown of that new footage in the second trailer that they just posted. The opening scene sets up the post-harmonic convergence world. Tenzin is a bit mysterious, but when he talks about change being good or bad, he's referring to the effects harmonic convergence had on the physical realm. Because both the spirit portals were left open after harmonic convergence and spirits are everywhere, the spiritual alignment of the world has changed a lot. They bury the lead a little, but the reason the Avatar exists is to serve as an intermediary between the spirit world and the physical realm. But what do you do if there's no more barrier between those places? Do you even need an Avatar anymore? That's going to be one of the big stories of Book 3. What is Korra's role in this new super balanced world? All these spirit finds you see her calming with the waterbending technique the Dark Avatar taught her, I'm totally going to call them that just because it's way cooler than calling them Unalaq. Those are going to be like the homes for the spirits, like the places where they start to proliferate. The reason Korra's trying to calm them is because they're spirit finds, they seethe with spiritual energy. So whenever things get too crazy near them, they start to go crazy. So it looks like Korra's going to be patrolling Republic City a little bit, trying to help people learn about how their emotions can affect the spirits. The Republic City and the world in general that we saw in books 1 and 2 is heavily modernized, mechs and cars running around everywhere. So part of the Dark Avatar's mission in book 2 was to crush all that and give rise to a new spiritual age where the spirit world dominated the physical realm. So most people will have no idea what's going on with the spirits or how to deal with them. So then we see a bunch of the evil benders breaking out of their prisons, some better shots of them. The Airbender, the Earthbender, the Waterbender, and the Firebender / Sparky Boom Girl. We haven't seen her use that power in the trailers yet or in the leaked episodes, but don't be surprised if she does it whenever she breaks out of her prison. Zuko narrates a lot of the action, just saying that they're basically a group of prodigy benders, but they're really, really bad. The Firebender doesn't bend blue flame like Azula, the most infamous prodigy bender aside from the Dark Avatar, but I think it's safe to say that whenever they're together as a team, they can kick Team Korra's butt, so part of her journey in book 3 will be finding a way to defeat them that does not involve bending. Here's some more shirtless Tenzin that we saw in that leaked trailer. Not sure why he's shirtless, but I know some of you guys thought that was really funny the first time we saw it. These Earthbenders that Asami and Korra are battling are at the desert oasis. Remember, we saw a couple of other scenes with Mako, Bolin, Korra, and Asami fleeing, plus that evil Earthbender heating up all those rocks into lava. Either the oasis is where his prison was, or something else really, really shady is going on there. Then we get full-on confirmation that Bumi is becoming an Airbender. I'm so happy about this. It was such a bummer that he was born of the Avatar lineage, but did not have bending abilities. Bumi and Bolin are going to be where most of the comedy flows from this season, which is going to be a really nice change of pace for all you who are bummed out by all the horrific deaths on Game of Thrones that we just got done witnessing. Here's the deal with all of the Airbenders. in the description of the first episode, it talks about airbenders popping up randomly all over the world. So episode 2 is going to feature Korra and Tenzin traveling all over the world trying to find them and bring them together. Basically with the idea of rebuilding the airbending nation. They've pretty much been extinct since Aang's time, last airbender. They talked about this a little bit during book 2 and all those Tenzin family scenes. Kai and Bumi were a little bit resentful of Tenzin as a child because he was the first new airbender in the world, so Aang took him everywhere with him, and now there's hundreds of new airbenders post-harmonic convergence. Here's a couple more scenes involving the Dai Li. Unless you've watched those leaked episodes, their presence is a little mysterious, but they're up to something really, really evil. So if you have seen those episodes and want to talk about them, please use the spoiler tags in the comments just in case people don't want to know. Here's a shot of Korra in the Avatar state, which makes me a little relieved. I saw a lot of people speculating that she would be unable to enter the Avatar state as a result of what happened last year with the Dark Avatar, but I think it's safe to say that she's just the first in a new line of avatars. I know a lot of you have been wondering whether or not she's going to be, verbally communicating with Rava like Avatar 1 did during Book 2. I'm not expecting it, but if April Stewart shows up on the credit sheet in the end credits, then we'll know. And that's pretty much it for new footage. I'm glad that Nick is airing the episodes early, like everyone expected them to. There was this news going around last week that said it was airing in September on the Brazilian affiliate station, but they didn't say anything about where it was airing everywhere else, so it was really confusing. I don't necessarily agree with them airing episodes in clumps and then doing no episodes and then doing one episode. It's a little bit disjointed, but I'll take what I can get. So let me know what you're most excited to see this season. Here's the details on my weekly giveaway. So I'm going to be picking someone randomly from the comments on my episode videos. So because there's 3 episodes next week, there's going to be 3 different winners. All you have to do to participate is be a subscriber and leave a comment on my episode videos. That also includes this video. I'm actually starting the giveaway with this video. So it's just my way of saying thank you to subscribers for being so awesome. That's why it's only open to subscribers. What it is an Amazon gift card if you're in the US, and if you're international, it's just PayPal, so it's open to international people. The only rule is no assholes. I just pick the winners randomly from the comments, but after I pick someone, I do check all of the comments that they've ever left on my channel, in case they've been super mean to other people or on any of the videos, so please remember to be nice to everyone. It makes YouTube so much more fun when people are nice. Since they're streaming all of Book 1 and 2 on Nick.com, my next bonus video is just going to be a breakdown of all the important events that have preceded Book 3 that are going to be affecting the plot in Book 3. So be sure to subscribe to get that. Feel free to leave me any suggestions for future bonus videos. So I'm also still collecting questions for my personal Q&A. I'm going to be doing that at VidCon, so feel free to ask me any personal questions you want on this video, and I will answer them as long as they're not super gross. Right now, click here for my Book 3 Q&A, and click here for my breakdown of the first trailer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tonight. High fives.